Here in this session I am going to explain about transfer function from the state space model. Transfer function from the state space model. Transfer function from the state space model, and also the next one, the solution of the state equation both for the homogeneous and non-homogeneous equations. Next one is state transition matrix. So first let me discuss about this transfer function from the state space model. The state space model is indicated with the equations of x dot of t is equal to, or x dot is equal to ax plus bu. It is the state equation, we already know this state equation. And y is equal to cx plus du. It is the output equation. It is the output equation. So normally what is the transfer function here? Transfer function is nothing but Laplace transform of output by Laplace transform of input. Here the output is y of s and the input is u of s here. So if you are able to find this y of s by u of s, then it is over. So for this I am going to apply the Laplace transform for this state equation first. So if I apply the Laplace transform for this state equation, so I will get s into x of s minus x of 0 minus x of 0. This x of 0 indicates initial conditions. If the initial conditions are 0, then it will become s into x of s. Differentiation of dx by dt, Laplace transform of dx by dt is equal to s into x of s minus x of 0. I wrote this one here is equal to a into x of s plus b into u of s, and then you write down here s into x of s minus a into x of s. You write down this term to the left side of this equation and bring this term from left side to the right side. It will become x of 0 plus b into u of s, and here s into s minus a into x of s is equal to x of 0 plus b into u of s. So it is a matrix. It is a matrix. Why? Because this A is a matrix. This A matrix has to be subtracted from this matrix. So if you want to get this one as a matrix, then I need to write this is si minus a. So from this x of s is equal to 1 by si minus a into x of 0 plus b into u of s, that is equal to si minus a whole to the power of minus 1 into x of 0 plus b into u of s. Okay, so this is x of s, but here if the initial conditions are neglected, then x of 0 is 0 here, that is equal to si minus a whole inverse into b into u of s. So this is x of s. This is x of s. Now from this output equation, y of s is equal to c into x of s plus d into u of s. But here c into x of s, in place of this x of s you write down this one, that is si minus a whole to the power of minus 1 into b into u of s plus d into u of s. So this can be written as c into si minus a whole to the power of si minus a whole to the power of minus b into b plus d into u of s. This is equal to y of s. Normally the state transmission matrix is almost equal to, it is often equal to 0. So this will become c into si minus a whole to the power of minus 1 into b into u of s. So this is y of s. Now y of s by u of s, it is nothing but the transfer function, that is equal to c into si minus a whole to the power of minus b minus 1 into b. If it is not equal to 0, then this term is also will present here. So this is the transfer function. Normally it will become 0. So this is the transfer function, c into si minus a whole power minus 1 into b plus d. So now next one is solution. solution for the state equation. Solution for the state equation. So what is the state equation here? X dot is equal to x dot of t is equal to ax plus bu. Here there are two types of equations, state equations will be there. One is homogeneous equation, and another one is non-homogeneous equation. Here in homogeneous equation the input is 0, but in non-homogeneous equation input is not equal to 0. If the input is 0, then this state equation will become x dot of t is equal to a into x of t. Why? Because this u of t is equal to 0. In non-homogeneous equation x dot of t is equal to a into x of t plus b into u of t. Okay, now if I find the solution for the non-homogeneous equation, then it is easy to understand how will be the solution for the homogeneous equation. So that first let me discuss about this non-homogeneous equation. So x dot of t is equal to a into x of t plus b into u of t. Now apply the Laplace transform for this. S into x of s minus x of 0 is equal to a into x of s plus b into u of s. Okay, so write down s I minus a into x of s. If I write this term from the right hand side to the left hand side, and it will become minus a here, and if I bring this term from here to here, this will become x of 0 plus b into u of s. Okay, now x of s is equal to s I minus a whole to the power of minus 1 into x of 0 plus b into u of s here. Now if I apply the inverse, this si minus a whole power minus 1 is written as phi of s. Normally it is phi of s. It is nothing but a reluctance matrix. It is nothing but a reluctant matrix. It is called as a reluctant matrix. So this is phi of s into x of 0 plus b into u of s. So this is x of s, where phi of s is equal to si minus a whole to the power of minus 1. Now if I apply the inverse Laplace transform for this, x of s is equal to x of t, that is equal to L inverse of si minus a whole to the power of minus 1 into x of 0 plus si minus a whole to the power of minus 1 into b into u of s here. So here I can write as L inverse of si minus a whole to the power of minus 1 into x of 0 plus L inverse of si minus a whole to the power of minus 1 into b into u of s. So this is a zero input response. It is called as zero input response. It is called as forced input response. This forced response, it is zero input response. That means because of the initial conditions, the output there will exist response here. There is nothing but zero input. That means I am not applying any input here. Because of the initial conditions only, it develops this output here. So that it is called as zero input response. It is called as forced response. Why? Because of the input only we got this response here. And also here this is the solution for the non-homogeneous equation. That is finally what is this? X of t is equal to L inverse of si minus a whole to the power of minus 1 into x of 0 plus L inverse of si minus a whole to the power of minus 1 into b into u of s. So this is the final response of the state equation, non-homogeneous state equation. For a homogeneous state equation, it is for non-homogeneous state equation. This one, For homogeneous state equation, state equation, u of s is equal to 0. That means input is 0 here. So u of s is equal to 0. If I substitute u of s is equal to 0, this total term will become 0. So that the response x of t is equal to L inverse of si minus a whole to the power of minus 1 into x of 0. And this is nothing but L inverse of this is nothing but phi of s. So this is x of t is equal to phi of s into x of 0, where phi of s is nothing but reluctance matrix and phi of s is equal to si minus a whole to the power of minus 1. This is phi of s, which is nothing but reluctance matrix. And also x of t is equal to L inverse of si minus a whole to the power of minus 1 into x of 0. Just now we discussed here. So this is L inverse of si minus a whole to the power of minus 1 is nothing but this matrix into x of 0 here. It is x of t is equal to, so this matrix is nothing but e power at, or it is nothing but e power at into x of 0. X of t is equal to this one, where e power at is equal to L inverse of si minus a whole to the power of minus 1. So this matrix is called as state transition matrix. This matrix is called as state transition matrix, and this can be written as phi of t. E power at is equal to phi of t. E power at is nothing but L inverse of si minus a whole to the power of minus 1. This is the solution for the non-homogeneous state equation, and also this is a state transition matrix. And next one is what are the properties of state transition matrix. State transition matrix. See here, phi of 0 is equal to 1 here. Why? Because if I substitute instead of t is equal to 0, phi of 0 is equal to e power a into 0, that is equal to e power 0. Anything power 0 is equal to 1. So phi of 0 is equal to 1. This is the first one. Next one, phi of minus 1 is equal to, if I substitute instead of t minus 1, this is equal to e power minus at. Instead of t is equal to minus 1, e power, it is e power minus at, or e power minus, if it is minus t, phi of minus t is equal to e power minus at, that is equal to e power minus at. Okay, the third one, let me expand. Phi of it is not phi of minus t, it is phi of t whole power minus 1. It is phi of t whole power minus 1. So instead of phi of t whole power minus 1, if I substitute here phi of t whole power minus 1, it is e power minus at. So this will become phi of minus t, right? It is not a phi of minus t, it is phi of t. This property is phi of t whole to the power of minus 1, that is equal to phi of minus t. Why? Because phi of t is nothing but e power at. E power at in this e power at whole to the power of minus 1, that is equal to e power minus at. So e power minus 8 is nothing but in place of t it is minus t, so it will become phi of minus t. Next one is phi of t whole power k is equal to, that is equal to phi of kt. Similarly here also in place of phi of t, if I substitute phi of t is equal to e power at, phi of t whole power k is equal to e power at whole power k, that is equal to e power a into kt. So instead of t here it is kt, so it will become phi of kt. That is what I wrote here. Next one, phi of t2 minus t1 into phi of t1 minus t0 is equal to phi of t2 minus t1. How it is? You see here, phi of t2 minus t1, phi of t is equal to e power at, we know this. Phi of t2 minus t1 is equal to e power a into t2 minus a into t1. Phi of t1 minus t0 is equal to e power a into t1 minus a into t0. So if I multiply these two things here, phi of t2 minus t1 into phi of t1 minus t0 is equal to e power a t2 minus a t1 into e power a t1 minus a t0, and this can be written as e power a t2 minus a t1 plus a t1 minus a t0. So this one will cancel here, e power a into t2 minus t0. So this will be phi of t2 minus t0. So finally we got this result here. So these are the properties of state transition matrix. Then next one is controllability and observability. Controllability and observability. First one, controllability. The system is said to be controllable if its initial conditions are changed from their initial states to their desired states by the control input, then the system is said to be controllable. The system is said to be controllable if the initial states of the system are to be changed from their initial state to the desired states by the controlled input, then the system is said to be controllable. And this controllability, whether the system is controllable or not, can be determined from the Kalman's test. What is this Kalman's test? There is a controllable, this is a QC is a matrix that is equal to B, AB, A square B dash 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 A power n minus 1 into B, where B is in this matrix, that is x dot is equal to AX plus BU. In this, this is a A matrix and it is a B matrix here. So you write down this matrix. Suppose there are n variables are there, n state variables. So I have to write up to n minus 1, A power n minus 1, and we have to find this matrix QC. And if this matrix determinant is not equal to 0, then the system is controllable. Okay. Next one, observability. This is observability. The system is said to be observable if it is able to determine the initial states of the system from the outputs of the system within a finite duration of time. Then the system is said to be observable. Let me explain once again this one, observability. The system is said to be observable if it is able to determine its initial states from the outputs of the system. By observing the outputs of the system, then the system is said to be observable. So this can be, whether the system is observable or not, can be determined by using this matrix. Q naught is equal to C transpose A transpose C transpose A transpose square C transpose A transpose whole cube C transpose dash 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 A transpose whole power n minus 1 into C transpose. If this matrix determination is not equal to 0, then the system is observable. Okay. So if you have to solve the problems on state transition matrix problems on a state transmission matrix, you solve the problems on this state transmission matrix. First one. Second one, transfer function of state space model. Third one, solution of state equation. So these three concepts, you need to cover the problems on these three concepts.